Hey guys, I just wanted to do another update because I feel like quite a few things have happened with me in terms of financial aid information since I did my last update, which was only, I think, maybe 2 weeks ago. I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago. So I just want to do another update just about kind of what's been happening with me in terms of financial aid and preparing for grad school. So basically, when it comes to financial aid, back in January, I went ahead and I filled out my FASFA form, which, I mean, everyone says, okay, fill out your FAFSA early. So I went ahead and I did that. And I knew that you could link it to your taxes, but I was under the impression, and obviously this is not correct because I found out it's not correct, but I was thinking that if I just put the exact numbers in my FAFSA, so when I put the numbers in my FAFSA, like actually went back to my pay stubs and my W-2s and all that, and I found out the correct numbers and I crunched the numbers and I filled them in the form. And I was thinking if I had the correct numbers that my school would look at it, and then when I link it to my taxes at some point in the future, that they would then double check those numbers and make sure that I had them in line, right? Well, apparently, at least for my school, that's not true. They actually needed my taxes and my FAFSA to be linked before they would even look at them in the first place. So mistake number one that I made, luckily I figured that out prior to when they started reviewing packages, only by like a week or two, which was very fortunate because apparently it can take a week or two for your taxes and your FAFSA to be linked. I don't know. I felt like they did it right away for me, but I don't know if that's because I filed my taxes online. Maybe if you do it on paper, it takes longer, or maybe it really did take longer than that. I'm not really sure. But it can take a couple of weeks to do that. So make sure that you link your taxes and your FAFSA really as soon as you can, because at least at my school, they could not review my financial aid package until that was done, right? So mistake number one, I already made it. So then I thought I was done, right? I was like, okay, they have what they need. They can review my financial aid information. So I knew they were going to review packages on the 15th, and on the 20th, I still hadn't heard anything. Maybe the 21st, 22nd, I still hadn't heard anything, and I was like, okay, I'll give them a call and just make sure that they did get, they were able to see that my taxes were linked to my FAFSA, because as I told you, I made the mistake and I didn't link them earlier because I didn't realize that they could not review my package until then. So I didn't realize that. So I wanted to make sure. I thought maybe they haven't given me my information because maybe they aren't able to see that they're linked yet. Maybe it's still within that 2-week time frame. So I called. They said, "Oh yeah, we are able to see that, but you're missing a couple forms." And I was like, missing forms? I don't even know what you're talking about, right? So she tells me about this, and I go back and I'm thinking about it, like, what forms am I missing, right? And I thought about it and I was like, oh, they sent us an email on April 7th, right? That said, you may need to fill out additional forms, so go to our school's financial aid website, which seems straightforward. But then they said on the email, for example, if you do not want to take out financial aid, you may have to fill out forms for this, right? And I'm thinking, well, when I got the email, I was thinking, well, I do want financial aid. I don't want to say I don't. I don't want to fill out forms about, declining financial aid. So I just figured all of the forms that were on there had to do with declining financial aid. And so I really didn't worry about it. And I didn't forget about it, but my life got really crazy, and so it just wasn't a priority because I thought that the forms that they needed would not be important to me and would not be something that I needed to do. Well, mistake number two, obviously I was wrong on that. So, of course, now it's like the 20th or the 21st or sometime around there, and I'm like, are you kidding me? They're already reviewing packages, and now I have to go figure out what these forms are, and I'm like, have to run around and get them submitted as soon as possible so that they can review my financial aid as soon as possible and I can get that information back. So I'm like running to my dad's house, running to the printer, running to here and there and everywhere, trying to figure this out. So I get those filled out, I get them turned in, and I'm like, yes. I mean, there really can't be any more difficulties with this, right? You'll see. So then a couple of days later, I get my financial aid package information. I did not do this for grad school, or I'm sorry, for undergraduate. So I really had no idea what I was going to be looking at. And I opened my thing, I opened the website that's going to tell me how much they give me and provide me with that information. And I see on the top, it says, okay, here's an estimated budget, right? So that what they think I'm going to spend in 1 year at grad school. So they calculated, tuition, room and board, transportation, that sort of thing. So I'm looking at that. They gave me an estimate, and I'm like, okay, that's what they think I need to spend. That's kind of nice that they do that. I didn't know that they did that. I had no idea. And then I scroll down, and at the bottom it has a section. It says, this is your award, right? And it shows I had a small scholarship, so it shows that, and then it shows my unsubsidized loans. And I'm looking at it, and I was like, wait a minute, this number is like 20,000 shy of what they estimate that I need. Where am I supposed to come up with that money? And why are there no Grad Plus loans here? Why can't I see them? I don't understand. And also I was told I would get an assistantship, and I don't see any of that information on there either. Do they not tell me about that till later, or what's going on? So I call the school, and it turns out for some reason at my school, or maybe this is at every school, I don't know, but I have to go apply to get Grad Plus loans. Maybe that's something everyone does. I'm not really sure, but I know that my sister, she's going to grad school too, and when I asked her about it, she said that her school's financial aid website just listed Grad Plus loans right there when it tells you what your awards are. So I'm not really sure why her school would and my school doesn't, unless for some reason in undergrad she went ahead and applied for some kind of plus loans that would have already made it so that when she's in grad school those show up. I don't really know. So apparently I have to go do that. So that's the next thing I'm going to go do, probably sometime this weekend or later next week. I don't really know. So I guess I have to go do that. But for a second there, I was freaking out thinking, how in the world am I going to have enough money? 20,000 shy is a lot of money. So before I go do that, and I don't really know if I need to do it before or not, but I wanted to make more personalized, more specific to me budget so that I have an idea of how much I actually need to take out, because I'm not sure. I guess I can probably just go look now, and I don't know if I need to tell them a specific amount when I say yes, I want to take out grad plus loans, or if I just am saying yes, I want the loans. But either way, I wanted to either way just create a budget that says, okay, I think I need this much money for grad school, so that I'm not over taking out and I'm not under taking out loans. So at this point, that's basically what's been going on. At this point, I pretty much have my more personalized budget, or what I think I'm going to spend, done. I'm going to call a few places in the area of where I'm going to school, so I get some more specific numbers on certain things, like how much internet really would cost there, or utilities, what's an average number, so that I can budget more correctly, because right now I just am putting guesses based on what it is where I live, which could be totally different. So I want to keep doing that, and then I'm going to, I guess, go somehow apply online for the Grad Plus loans. So really that's what's happening next. I've just been making a lot of mistakes here. I'm not really sure if it's because I didn't do this in undergrad, or if I've just been so busy not paying enough attention, or if this is really just as confusing as I feel like it is. But pretty much that's what's been going on with me. I hope you're having a good day. Bye.